Puri's Jagannath Dham, one of the 4 sacred Dhams. The night of 2015, exactly at midnight. The entire city of Jagannath Puri was shrouded in darkness. The electricity across the city was deliberately shut off, plunging it into a blackout. This decision was made with great thought. At that moment, within the sanctum sanctorum of the Jagannath temple, a deeply secret and mysterious ritual was underway. The true heart of Lord Sri Krishna, still beating to this day and preserved within ancient idols, was being removed and installed into a new idol. What the sole witness of this process revealed will leave you shaken. The question is, why was this done? And the bigger question, can the heart of Lord Sri Krishna truly remain preserved for over 5,000 years? Or is this evidence of some ancient advanced technology not made of human tissue? There are strict rules for entry into the Jagannath temple. Even great figures like former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, Rabindranath Tagore, Ambedkar and Mahatma Gandhi were not granted entry into this sacred place. The Bhavishya Malika states that when stones fall from the dome of the Jagannath Puri temple, it will signal a great catastrophe. When will that day come? Every day, the flag of the Jagannath temple is changed. It is believed that if this ritual is skipped even for a single day, the temple will remain closed for 18 years. What is the mystery behind this? To enter through the main gate of the temple, one must cross 22 steps. Among these, stepping on the 3rd step is strictly forbidden. Why is that? The mysteries of Lord Jagannath Temple continue to baffle scientists even today. As much faith as is tied to this temple, it is surrounded by equally profound mysteries. Answers to all these questions, the complete history of the Jagannath Temple, and the extraordinary mysteries linked to it. Shocking from both scientific and spiritual perspectives. The untold stories of the Jagannath Puri Temple that have remained enigmatic for centuries. So let us begin this mysterious documentary. Let us delve into the depths of the Jagannath Temple. Let us investigate the questions whose answers remain unknown to this day. The stories and mysteries of the Jagannath Temple have always fascinated people. These tales are often shared in YouTube videos, like the sudden silence of the sea waves as one enters the temple, or the flag atop the 45-story-high spire that is changed daily and always flutters against the wind. The absence of the temple's shadow and the fact that no birds ever fly above it. These mysteries are captivating. But today, we will go beyond them and uncover something that will touch your heart. Today we will talk about the profound mystery linked to the heart of Lord Sri Krishna, a secret hidden for centuries. We will also discuss the prophecy from the Bhavishya Malika that could shake the entire world. We will explore untold stories of the temple from the perspectives of history, mystery and science. The Jagannath Temple, located on the shores of Puri, is the pride of Odisha, India. It is said that after the Dwapar Yuga, Lord Sri Krishna chose Puri as his abode. Here he is worshipped as Jagannath. This temple is one of the 4 sacred Dhams of India. It is believed that Lord Vishnu bathes in Badrinath, adorns himself in Dwarka, dines in Puri, and rests in Rameshwaram. This temple in Puri is dedicated to Lord Vishnu in his Purushottama form, Nilamadhava. But the question arises, why did Lord Sri Krishna choose Puri? Here he resides with his elder brother Balabhadra and sister Subhadra. This tale is as mysterious as the other aspects of this temple. Today you will learn how Lord Sri Krishna decided to remain on this earth even after concluding his divine play, and how Jagannath, the Lord of the world, has made his presence felt among devotees for centuries. This is a story of mystery, miracles, and an extraordinary blend of faith. After the Mahabharata war, Gandhari's heart burned with grief and anger. Mourning the death of 100 sons, she held Lord Sri Krishna responsible. Her eyes were filled with tears, and her words carried a curse. She said, "O Krishna, just as my lineage has ended, your Yadava clan will also perish in internal conflict. And within 36 years, your Dwarka will be engulfed by the ocean." Gandhari's curse over time turned into reality. 36 years after the end of the Mahabharata war, chaos erupted in Dwarka. The Yadava clan, once the pride of Sri Krishna, fell into the grip of intoxication and rage, consumed by internal quarrels. One day, in a drunken frenzy, the Yadavas began attacking each other. In no time, the entire Yadava clan was annihilated. Eventually, Dwarka submerged into the ocean. This destruction was a clear sign that Sri Krishna's time on earth had come to an end. After this turmoil, Sri Krishna, immersed in sorrow, retreated to the forest. There, under a large tree, he sat in deep meditation. On his foot, a glowing lotus mark shimmered. At that moment, a hunter named Jara mistook the glowing mark for a deer's eye and shot an arrow. As soon as the arrow pierced Sri Krishna's foot, Jara realized his mistake. He ran to Sri Krishna, folded his hands, and begged for forgiveness. Sri Krishna looked at him, smiled, and said, "Fear not. This is all part of my divine play. In the Treta Yuga, you were King Bali. In my Rama avatar, I killed you through deceit. Today, that same karma of deceit has made you the instrument of my death." Saying this, Sri Krishna entered a state of deep yogic meditation and left this material world. When Arjuna heard about this tragic event, he rushed to Dwarka. He performed Sri Krishna's last rites. At that moment, a miracle occurred. Sri Krishna's entire body dissolved into the 5 elements, except for his heart. The heart, beating and full of energy, remained untouched by the fire. Witnessing this, Arjuna was astonished. Then a divine voice spoke, saying, "This is the heart of Brahma. Immerse it into the ocean." This divine heart, later referred to as the Brahma Padartha, was placed by Arjuna into a sacred wooden box and immersed in a holy river. This divine heart floated through the river for years, and eventually came to rest on the banks of the Mahanadi in Odisha, and thus began the legendary tale of Jagannath Puri, filled with mystery and wonder. Do you want to know how this divine heart found its place in the idols of Lord Jagannath? And how the mystery of this divine heart has remained alive for centuries? If yes, stay tuned to hear the rest of this story. Please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It takes just a second, but it helps us immensely. As soon as Sri Krishna left this earth, a new era began, and the age of Kali Yuga was born. Sri Krishna's divine heart, floating on a wooden platform, reached the Puri seashore in Odisha. There lived a tribal community called the Sabara tribe. The leader of this tribe was Vishvavasu. When he saw the divine heart floating on the wooden platform, he was astonished. A radiant glow emanated from the heart. Vishvavasu immediately recognized its divinity and began worshipping it as Neel Madhav. This is why Puri is also known as Neelanchal, Sri Kshetra, and Purushottam Puri. It is believed that in ancient times, this was where the navel of goddess Sati had fallen. It is said that the Sabara tribal leader Vishvavasu was the first to worship the divine form of Lord Neel Madhav. The sacredness of this region is described in detail in the Kurma Purana, Narada Purana, and Padma Purana. Even today, many servants in the temples of Puri are known as Daitapatis. This temple in Puri was built in the Satya Yuga by King Indradyumna. However, the earliest reference to this temple is found in the Van Parva of the Mahabharata. King Indradyumna was a ruler of Malwa, the son of Bharat and Sumati. King Indradyumna had a daily ritual. He began his day with prayers to Lord Vishnu and then attended to royal affairs. He was a devout worshipper of Lord Vishnu and was deeply eager to meet his lord before his death. One night, Lord Vishnu appeared in King Indradyumna's dream. The Lord said, "In a cave on Neelanchal mountain, there is an idol of mine. It is called Neel Madhav. Build a grand temple there and establish my idol within it." The next morning, the king sent his men to search for Neelanchal mountain. Among them was a Brahmin named Vidyapati. Vidyapati had heard that the Sabara tribe worshipped Neel Madhav. They had hidden their deity's idol in a cave on Neelanchal mountain, but no one knew where this cave was. Vidyapati searched tirelessly and finally found a way to reach Vishvavasu, the leader of the Sabara tribe. Once there, he requested permission to worship Neel Madhav. Vishvavasu refused, calling it a sacred secret of his tribe. Vidyapati then devised a clever plan. He married Vishvavasu's daughter, Lalita, and thus earned Vishvavasu's trust. Through Lalita, Vidyapati convinced Vishvavasu to take him to the cave. However, Vishvavasu imposed a condition. He blindfolded Vidyapati so he could not see the path. Vidyapati secretly carried mustard seeds in his clothing. As they walked, he dropped the seeds along the way to mark the path. When they reached the cave of Neel Madhav, Vishvavasu removed Vidyapati's blindfold. The moment Vidyapati saw the idol of Lord Neel Madhav for the first time, he was mesmerized by its divinity. A radiant aura emanated from the idol. At that moment, Vidyapati realized this was not just an idol, but the living form of the Lord himself. When Vidyapati returned, he narrated the entire story to King Indradyumna in detail. Learning about the mystery of Lord Neel Madhav's idol, the king was overwhelmed with joy. His eyes sparkled with a newfound excitement. He immediately ordered the area to be secured. But when the king reached the site with his soldiers, he found that the idol of Neel Madhav was gone. Hearing this news, the king was filled with anger and shock. Countless questions began swirling in his mind. Taking a deep breath, the king spoke in a stern voice. "This must be Vishvavasu's doing. He was the guardian of the idol, and now he is hiding it." Burning with rage, the king ordered that Vishvavasu be captured immediately. The soldiers detained Vishvavasu. When Vishvavasu was brought before the king, his face bore a deep sadness. In a trembling voice, he said, "Your Majesty, I am just as heartbroken as you are. The idol of my beloved Lord disappeared before my very eyes." Hearing this, the king fell silent for a moment. He couldn't comprehend what had happened. The surroundings grew still, but in every heart, one question echoed. Where had Lord Neel Madhav gone? The truth was, Lord Vishnu, considering the concerns of Yama, the god of death, had made his idol vanish from everyone's sight. Yama had feared that if people witnessed the divine form of Lord Neel Madhav, all their sins would be absolved. They would attain liberation and ascend directly to Vaikuntha, escaping the cycle of birth, death and rebirth. They wouldn't even come to Yamaloka. At Yama's request, Lord Neel Madhav made his idol disappear. At that moment, King Indradyumna heard a celestial voice. The voice echoed, "O king, why do you worry? My current form will no longer be visible to you. You must create a new idol of me using divine wood known as Daru Brahma. This wood is currently floating in the sea." Upon hearing the divine message, the king immediately released Vishvavasu and sent his soldiers to the ocean. After days of searching, the soldiers witnessed a miraculous sight. A giant neem tree was floating towards the Puri seashore in Odisha. The soldiers conveyed this news to the king. The king ordered the log to be brought to the temple of Neel Madhav. But no matter how hard they tried, the soldiers, even together, could not move the wood. At that moment, King Indradyumna realized that without the help of Lord Neel Madhav's devoted follower, Vishvavasu, it would be impossible. He called upon Vishvavasu and pleaded for his assistance. When Vishvavasu and Vidyapati joined hands with everyone to lift the log, a miracle happened. The divine log lifted effortlessly and was carried to the temple. This scene left everyone astonished. The king, soldiers, and servants all felt waves of faith surging in their hearts. Everyone knew this was the Lord's divine play. King Indradyumna summoned skilled craftsmen to carve idols from the divine wood. They tried their best, but no one could even make a chisel mark on the wood. Frustrated, the king prayed earnestly to Lord Vishnu. Then a miracle occurred. Lord Vishwakarma, the great artisan of the three worlds, appeared before the king in the guise of an old man. He said to the king, "I can carve the idols of Neel Madhav, but I have one condition. I will complete the idols in 21 days, and during this time, no one must enter the room or disturb me." The condition was accepted. Work began. For the first few days, the sounds of tools like saws, chisels, and hammers were heard. But then, suddenly, the noises stopped. Queen Gundicha grew worried. She thought, what if something has happened to the old craftsman? The queen informed King Indradyumna, who also became restless. With no sound or movement inside, everyone grew anxious. Ignoring the warnings, the king ordered the door to be opened. As soon as the door was opened, the scene left everyone stunned. The old craftsman was gone. Inside the room lay 3 unfinished idols, the incomplete forms of Lord Jagannath, Balabhadra, and Devi Subhadra. The king realized that because the condition had been broken, the idols remained incomplete. Lord Jagannath's hands and feet were unfinished. The idols of Balabhadra and Subhadra were incomplete as well. The king was deeply saddened. At that moment, the king noticed something strange near the idols. A divine heartbeat could be heard emanating from the idols. He understood that this was the heart of Lord Sri Krishna. The same divine heart that Vishvavasu had worshipped as Neel Madhav had now entered these idols. The king accepted this as the Lord's will and installed the incomplete idols in the temple. These incomplete idols are now worshipped as Lord Jagannath, Balabhadra, and Devi Subhadra. Lord Jagannath is still considered the world's only living deity, a deity who listens to every prayer of his devotees and fulfills their wishes. Now let us talk about that divine substance which has been mysteriously preserved for 5,000 years. What exactly is this substance? How has it remained alive until now? And most importantly, what does science say about it? It is said that this divine substance is the sacred heart of Lord Sri Krishna, which, since the Mahabharata era, has miraculously remained indestructible. From Neel Madhav to the idol of Lord Jagannath, this substance has been preserved in every form. It is replaced every 12 years, yet its existence and energy never diminish. From a scientific perspective, many theories have been proposed about the mystery of this divine substance. Some believe it contains a biological energy that protects it from the effects of time. Others consider it a supernatural power beyond any scientific explanation. Science tries to understand it, but every attempt raises more questions. This substance, which no one can touch or see, is felt by every devotee through its energy. To comprehend this mystery, one needs not just knowledge, but also faith and devotion. This very divine substance is the source of divinity within the idol of Lord Jagannath. That is why it is considered alive and safe to this day. Is it a divine play of the Lord, or is it some supernatural force beyond science? This question continues to echo in the minds of devotees and scientists alike. It is acknowledged even by scientists that Lord Sri Krishna was born on this earth. But the greatest mystery is of his sacred heart, known as the divine substance. This substance is not just a mystery for devotees, but also for science. Perhaps Lord Sri Krishna's heart was not made of flesh and blood. It emits a divine energy. Touching it gives a faint vibration. When scientists tried to study it, they were astonished. From a religious perspective, Sri Krishna was not just a human. He was supreme power. He possessed ancient powers that seem impossible even to modern science. The divine substance, known as Neel Madhav or Sri Krishna's heart, is it really a reactor? Or is it a device capable of generating immense energy? When the mysteries of the Jagannath temple are examined from a scientific perspective, it becomes clear that the idol of Lord Jagannath is made of wood. Wood does not conduct electricity and serves as an ancient but effective method of controlling the energy emitted by the divine substance. This temple and its divine substance remain a mystery that science has yet to fully comprehend. Is this the divine play of Lord Sri Krishna? Or is it evidence of ancient India's incredible scientific advancements? Every answer gives rise to a new question. The idols of Lord Jagannath are replaced every 12 to 19 years. This tradition is known as Navakalivara. Navakalivara means a new body. According to this tradition, the old idols of Lord Jagannath, Balabhadra and Subhadra, established in the Jagannath temple, are replaced with new ones. But hidden within this extraordinary process is a mystery known only to a few. During Navakalivara, the entire city of Puri in Odisha experiences a blackout. Yes, the entire city's lights are switched off. But this is no ordinary darkness. As soon as the clock strikes midnight, the temple complex is surrounded by the CRPF forces. No one is allowed to enter the temple during this mysterious time. The entire city is engulfed in a deep, enigmatic darkness. At this time, only special servants are permitted to perform the divine transformation of the idols. This process is a blend of faith and mystery. Is this transformation of idols merely a religious ritual, or does it conceal a deeper secret? These questions remain unanswered even today. What happens during this transformation of the Lord's body remains a mystery to this day. It is said that during this time, the divine substance from the old idols is transferred to the new ones. This transfer process is carried out by a select few servants known as the Daitatapatis. Inside the temple, a dense darkness prevails, and the priest's eyes are blindfolded. Thick gloves cover the priest's hands as he removes the divine substance from the old idol and places it into the new one. What is this divine substance? No one knows to this day. It has never been seen. For thousands of years, this substance has been transferred from one idol to another every 12 to 19 years. This is a supernatural substance, so powerful that just a touch could obliterate a human body. This divine substance is believed to be connected to the heart of Lord Sri Krishna. Yet no priest has ever revealed what lies inside the idol of Lord Jagannath. The most astonishing fact is that even the priests who perform the idol transformation are blindfolded, and they wear gloves during the entire process. The priests remove the divine substance from the old idol and place it into the new one. This substance is referred to as the heart of the Lord. When the priest holds it in his hands to place it into the new idol, it feels as though it is beating. The revelation made by the only person who claimed to have witnessed this process is spine-chilling. How much truth there is to his account, only Lord Jagannath knows. It is a supernatural substance that, upon mere contact, can reduce a human body to shreds. To this day, no one has ever seen this divine substance. No one knows what it truly is. Some believe it to be a shaligram, some a fragment of a meteorite, and some the half-burned heart of Lord Sri Krishna. Others think it might be an alloy of 8 metals or an ancient device. There are countless speculations about its identity. One priest who performed this ritual once said, "When I held it in my hands, it felt like a rabbit was leaping within them." It was a flow of energy so intense that words cannot describe it. This ritual, known as Navakalevara, takes place every 12 to 19 years when there are 2 consecutive months of Ashada in the Hindu calendar. The last ceremony was conducted in 2015, and the next one is scheduled for 2035. This process remains a profound mystery for scientists and devotees alike. Such is the secret of the divine substance, the heart of Lord Sri Krishna, a mystery that has yet to be unveiled and continues to baffle even the scientific community. There is a belief associated with the Jagannath temple that if the temple's flag is not changed for even a single day, the temple will remain closed for 18 years. It is believed that the old flag absorbs negative energy. Raising a new flag symbolizes respect and devotion to God. The flag of the Jagannath temple is changed every day, and the responsibility for changing it lies with the Chola family. Another astonishing fact about this temple is that the flag always flies in the opposite direction of the wind, and no bird can ever be seen flying above the temple. This mystery remains unsolved, and devotees continue to ponder over it. When you enter the main gate of the temple, you have to cross 22 steps. These steps are called Bais Pahacha. The third step among these 22 is called Yamshila. It is believed that anyone who steps on this third step must go to the land of death, Yamlok. After darshan of Lord Jagannath, it is advised not to step on this third step while returning. To prevent devotees from making this mistake, the color of this step has been made black. Is this true? Are there real powers present in this temple? This mystery still stands before us like a deep suspense. It is said that the Jagannath temple will signal the end of Kali Yuga, and after 2019, the world may end at any moment. This prophecy was made by a saint, Achyutananda Das, in the 16th century. He wrote in his creation, Bhavishya Malika, that a fire in the Jagannath temple flag will be the sign of the end of Kali Yuga. Many centuries have passed, but the temple's flag has never caught fire. Then came March 26, 2020, and on that day, the flag of the Jagannath temple caught fire. Was this a coincidence or truly a major sign? His second prophecy was that no bird had ever perched on the Jagannath temple in centuries. But after 2019, birds were seen sitting on the temple roof multiple times. When birds start sitting around the flag, it will be a sign that the end is very near. Could these signs be true? Are we getting closer to this mysterious prophecy? Deep layers of questions are emerging, and suspense fills every heart. Since ancient times, Hanumanji has been protecting the Jagannath temple from the sea. It is believed that the sea had destroyed the Jagannath temple 3 times. It is said that Lord Jagannath appointed the mighty Hanumanji to control the sea. But even then, Hanumanji could not resist the temptation to have darshan of Lord Jagannath, Balabhadra and Subhadra. He would enter the town for their darshan, and the sea would follow him into the town, causing damage to the temple. So, to prevent Hanumanji from entering the town, Lord Jagannath tied iron chains around his feet near the sea. The ancient temple of Hanumanji with chains, located on the Jagannath Puri beach, marks the place where Lord Jagannath bound him. If we consider what Achyutananda Das wrote in his Bhavishya Malika, that the Jagannath temple will signal the end of Kali Yuga, there have been countless cyclones and deadly storms in the sea throughout history. Yet, the waters of the sea have never reached the temple complex because Hanumanji himself protected the temple. However, during the Fani cyclone of 2019, the sea's waters entered the temple complex due to the storm, and the strong winds caused the temple's flag to fall. So now the question arises, why didn't the chained Hanumanji protect the Jagannath temple from the sea? Could this mystery remain unsolved? We can't cover all the mysteries of the Jagannath temple in a single video. Jagannath, meaning the Lord of the world. It is said that in Kali Yuga, the name of Lord Jagannath removes all misfortunes. If you have any questions about the Jagannath temple, do let us know in the comments. How did you like this video? Be sure to comment and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in another documentary filled with mysteries. Until then, Jai Jai Jagannath.